Hello, everyone. If you have done the calculations in the calculation box below and determined you are a power year number 3, then you are at the right place. Yay! It is April 2020, and threes, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year of 2020. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. You are in the month of 7. Let's review these numbers, 3, and then we're going to move on to business, love, and any question that you have. Okay? If you're in a power year number 3, 3 is meant to be a lighter year for you. It's meant to be more fun, flirty. It's a year you might meet someone, but it's a year you're doing a lot of dating and getting out there. It's a year that is very good for actors or performers or for people who publish, anybody who has something to say or gets out in front of people. It's a very positive year to move forward if that's what you do. I do find that 3 brings drama into your life. Now, you may bring it into your own life or someone else may bring it into your life. That's my personal find with 3. In the month of 7, it's meant to be a quieter month. Well, we're in a quieter time of life for many of us with a pandemic outside. On the other hand, there are many of us that have to go out and do emergency services out there and have to be at work every day. And what does that 7 mean for you? It means not to complain. It means to keep your thoughts and feelings within and to figure out why is this happening and how can I make this work for me. That's what you're meant to do during this month of 7 threes. And the same thing for those of you who are stuck at home. How can I make this work for me? What does this mean? Why is this happening to me? So let's start we have 3 different decks, and let's start just looking for... Okay, something right here. And we're going to start by shuffling our first deck, 3s. And we're going to be looking at business for those of you who are working. And then we're going to be pulling cards for those of you who are looking for work. But let's start with our 3s who are employed. Our 3s who are employed, and we want to ask the universe while we shuffle these cards and your guides and my guides to help me choose the best cards that describe what is happening for our 3s in the workplace this month of April 2020. Let's take a look. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I like these cards. There are cards about movement. So, again, 3 is meant to be a light year. Again, 7 is more of a quieter time, a time where you're thinking and keeping thoughts inside and determining what you really want. And yet these cards are a little bit more about movement. So let's take a look at them. Now, I feel like you have been trusted at work and you have been given various projects to move forward with. Now, here's the thing with the projects. Here's the slant for the month of April. They may not have been quite what you wanted. They may be tainted by a new situation, whereas, say you got cast in a role, but the theater's closed. So I feel like you're going to have another opportunity in this month, at the end of this month, to get yourself prepared for May and June and moving forward, 3s, by talking to the right person, by stating your case and being very clear about what you want. Now, this is totally opposite of 7, and it's totally different than 3. But it's the drama. it's the drama of a pandemic, whether you're sent to work more hours and do more shifts and do different locations and do different responsibilities than you ever had to do, and you're looking for a little reward or placement at the end of that because you may have learned about something else you're good at. You may have learned what you like and what you don't like, and that really is month of 7, because it's about what's my purpose, what do I want, what do I want. So I do feel like there's going to be movement in this month for you 3s, and you're going to, don't let it slip away. That's the important part of the messages. Don't let that slip away. Keep the right person or people posted on your thoughts and what you want and where you want to go by the end of the month in April. Okay, I'm leaving it. I think that's a really good message, and I don't want to confuse it anymore. All right, 3s who are looking for work in this month of April, we're shuffling for our 3s who are looking for work in this month of April. Let's see what we get. Okay. I feel like 3s, it's a quieter month for you. If you're looking for work, I feel like it's a quieter month for you, and you may see it as a disappointment. For the entire month of April, you may be frustrated and see it as a disappointment. But there's a lot of relationship cards here and relationships around you where you have resources that you can lean on. And I don't, because I'm not reading you personally, I can't ask for validation from you of exactly what that is. But there are resources there for you to lean on, whether it's unemployment, whether it's your parents, whether it's a friend, whether it's your lover, whether it's yourself because you've saved money. Whatever it is, you may feel down and out, but you're really not. And it's a great month for you to take that 7, the wisdom of the 7 in this month of April, and to decide, what do I really want? Where do I really want to go? What do I really want to be? And what do I have control over and what don't I? It's a more inward month, and that is the feeling of 7. So hang in there, 3s, and we'll see when you're in the month of 8, in the month of May, that's a very financially successful month. So hang in there, 3s, and just do your thinking, which I'm sure you have been, but it's validation that that is what you're meant to be doing for this month. Okay, 3s, we're moving on. We're going to move on to love. Okay, so let's take a look while I shuffle these cards, and let's take a look at what is the best that we can expect, or what can we expect from any 3s who are in a relationship during this month of 7, this month of April. And let's take a look at what's happening in your relationships. Okay. Well, right off the bat, I'm getting that you're not getting the whole story about things, and it can be because you're not hearing their whole story, or from sources that you're relaying to your significant other, or they're not getting the whole story from sources that they're coming home and they're giving to you. So let's just take a look, because I feel like I'm meant to tell you that things are going to calm down in the relationship, and you are going to go back to what you were, or better than you were, because I feel like this relationship was meant to get better. And I feel like you are in a time of flux right now, but I do feel like you are going to both get back on the same page towards the end of April or moving into May. So whatever the conflict is that's going on, and remember, there can be drama, and I do feel like we have a card of drama in the middle because we have my rumors card, and it means that you're not getting the right information. And it's understandable too during this month of confusion. But things in life are going to calm down again, and I feel like you may have been taken by surprise in certain ways in the relationship, but I do feel like they're going to get better for those of you who maybe didn't consider it was a situation was great, or go back to the good situation that you had. I think you have positive things definitely ahead of you in the relationship. This is general, of course, I know, but I really do feel that you're going to get, the person who needs it out there is going to get the message that they need to hear. Now, I want to take a look at threes that are looking for love, that are looking for relationships during this month of April in 2020, which is your month of 7. Now, again, threes, I just, I had kind of a difficult month for you. We could perceive it as a little bit of a difficult month for you for looking for work. I feel the same looking for relationship in this month. There is an ending here, and I do feel that if you've been on and off with someone, if you've gotten some bad news about someone, if someone has let you down that you were hoping to be in touch with or had waiting to hear from, I just feel like you're meant to start with this clean slate in the month of May, all new. Maybe it was the venue you were using to meet people that just hasn't worked out. I also feel like there's a sense that you may have left one person for another, something along those lines, and I'm not feeling it for some of you here with that. I'm feeling that you might say, oops, don't think so. It's not working out, and I'm going to give this up and maybe go back to someone else. That's what I have here for you, threes. Now, this month of 7 threes, I just want to try to ease your thought process, because you've had 2 kind of radical messages. And the month of 7 is meant for you to realize what it is you really want. And the year of 3 is a dramatic year where you can be shown in dramatic ways what you don't want and what you do want to get you on the right road, which is all about your month of 7, putting you on the right road. So if I can soothe you at all, any kind of worries or concerns, it's the universe's way of getting you on the right track. It sometimes it's giving you what you want, and sometimes it's not right away. Okay, threes. Let's wrap up our reading this month for 2020 by asking whatever question you have. You can ask about love again. You can ask about job, finances. You can ask about someone else for someone else's behalf. But here's the kicker. What you'll do is change, whatever. Get your question and make it firm in your mind. If you don't make the question firm in your mind, you'll get confused when the answer isn't a perfect match, because you've got to take my answer and tweak the words to match your question. Just don't change the outcome. Just getting my cards. I don't like my cards mixed up. So if I don't like them mixed up, then why are they always mixed up? I don't know, but I don't like them. I don't do reversals. I don't like that. If I do a reversal, I just think that there's emphasis on that card to take a closer look to it, because I read them clairvoyantly. So it's whatever comes into my third eye with the meanings I have attached to the cards and the numbers in combination. It's not so by the book. So I'm shuffling right now. We want to get the best answer to any question that you have. And here we go. Okay. More drama. It looks to me like you've got to win someone over to your side. I think that you've got to win a bunch of people over to your side. I think that's what this is saying. It makes me feel that this is very dramatic. I think that you have a lot of work ahead of you to get what you want, to get the best outcome of the question that you have, or even if you're asking for somebody else, you have hurdles ahead of you, at least 2 hurdles ahead of you, at least 2 different people or 2 different groups of people to get on your side to get what you want. And this is not about a time to be a shrinking violet. It's a time to, you got to sell yourself, you've got to put it out there, you've got to put your thoughts out there and work it. Now, I'm going to throw a thought out there, and hopefully I won't confuse myself. Sometimes separating to conquer is the way to go. And possibly right now, the different groups of people you have to convince aren't on top of each other, aren't seeing each other as much, or maybe they never did have anything to do with each other. And I think that works on your behalf, because when you want to say you want to pick up everything and you want to move, there's a job offer someplace else, or you don't care about the job offer, you just want to move to this different place. Sometimes you might tell your parents one thing, whereas you tell your friends another, or you know what I mean? And you play to your audience. You play to your audience. And I think that this downtime going on with this pandemic and this month of 7 for you, where it's, a quieter month, or meant to be a quieter month, I think that's going to work for you on your behalf. So use it this month of April to try to get what you want. Wow, 3s, you had a very intense, very different type of reading. I sure hope it helped some of you, and please let me know, or give me some questions, or set up a reading with me on gemmaswindow@gmail.com, or subscribe if you haven't already, because I'd love to have you. And good luck this month to you 3s, and we'll see you next month in May. Bye for now.